back with another Kyle's Whiskey review. This week we're going to do something a little bit different, just because normally when you think whiskey you think of Scotch, you think of Irish, you think of Canadian, or maybe a bourbon. But this time we've got something a little bit different for you, something that you don't usually think of, but you should, because this country is known for high quality things. And when it comes to whiskeys, it is no different. Maybe you have guessed by now, but we're talking about the Japanese. And in this case, this fine specimen of a sample here, Hibiki. Now, this stuff is a good time. I haven't had it in a long time, but from what I remember, it was actually quite good. And I just love the craftsmanship of this bottle. I mean, check this out. I mean, that is nice. And even on the top, one thing I've noticed, it's almost like it's engraved in the glass or etched out of the glass, almost like a crystal stopper on a decanter. So not too bad, pretty good. Hibiki on the box, a meticulous blend of the finest selection of whiskeys. On the back, Suntory Whiskey was founded in 1923. The name Hibiki means resonance in Japanese. Tasting notes, color is amber. The nose is rose with a hint of rosemary and lychee. I don't know how to pronounce that. Mature woodiness, sandalwood. The palate, honey-like with a little bit of sweetness. Candied orange peel, white chocolate. And a finish is subtle, tender, long finish with a hint of Mizunara, which is Japanese oak. So, without further ado, let's crack this sucker open. That's a nice bottle. Little melodramatic on the cork pop there. Could have been better, but I will say it again, I love how this bottle looks. Like, man. But bottle could be hiding complete crap. But I've had this before. It's not complete crap. Trust me. Nothing from Japan is complete crap. Kind of smells like a Macallan Doublewood or something like that. Just like pretty normal. But let's do this. One thing with the bottle, no glug 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 sound. That's kind of disappointing, but and it comes out really fast. So, it's been a while. Let's start a new chapter here. Like no burn at all. Like just the smallest sense of a burn on the nose. Very nice. But yeah, again, kind of like a Macallan Doublewood or one of their other, like a other basic type of whiskey. It doesn't smell like it's anything crazy. So let's try it out. Smokier than I remember, actually. It's almost like a cross between a Macallan and like a Bowmore 15 almost. Yeah, definitely smokier than I was expecting and than I remember. Pretty smooth. Yeah, I mean, I do like this. It is something I probably wouldn't have very often just because of the novelty of it being Japanese whiskey. Kind of keep it for a special occasion, and the fact that it's not the cheapest Japanese whiskey. I do like it more than the Nikka from the barrel, which only came in 375 milliliters, square barrel. That was almost more like a bourbon or like a Canadian whiskey to me. Kind of like a mix of Canadian and bourbon. It was good, but it was a little bit harsh, I found. And the price of it was, for $3.75, was basically the same price of what a full bottle was. This, I think, is better. I think it's smoother. It's a little bit more dynamic and special just with how it smells like something normal, but yet it tastes kind of like a blend of smoky and not smoky. And one other thing I would kind of relate this to, it kind of reminds me of just glancing at the box again. Since this is a noble blend of different malt whiskeys, it's kind of like a Japanese version of Johnnie Walker. It kind of reminds me of something of what Johnnie Walker tries to do with the blue. And I personally, I think when it comes to Walker, I think the blue is not their best. I think it's their second best. I think the platinum is better. So this is why the blue kind of reminds me, or this reminds me of the blue, is because I think the platinum for Johnnie Walker is better than this. But this, I would say, is probably pretty comparable to the blue. It's just smokier. So again, on the back here, it talks about how it's a blend of innumerous malt and grain whiskeys from Suntory's globally acclaimed Yamazaki, Hakashu, and Chita distilleries. I'm probably botched those, I'm sorry. These whiskeys are meticulously blended to create a sense of wa, quote, W-A, unquote, a oneness which unveils a full orchestra of flavors and aroma. Hibiki's embraces an icon of Japanese luxury from the award-winning House of Suntory whiskey. So yeah, I would say it's basically like a cross between a Macallan, but then also kind of, since it's a blend, probably like a Johnnie Walker, but a smokier Johnnie Walker. So like I'm getting kind of like that cross between, like I said already, Macallan and Bowmore, but since it's a blend, we'll say it's a smoky Johnnie Walker, but not like the double black or anything like that. So yeah, I mean, I would say it's definitely worth it to have something different, but it is something a little bit different. But I mean, if you want to do something out of your comfort zone, why not grab it? I mean, it's something that's different, but yet it's not wild and it's not smoky like an Islay Scotch. So try it at a bar if you can first. Because some people might not like it. I don't know, some people don't like the Japanese stuff. But yeah, give it a shot.